Hi, I'm Daniela. Welcome back. You'll see if you watched any of my previous videos, I'm a nutrition student and I didn't really set this up in any smart way yet. So here we go. And that's a poll, yes. Moving on. But so yeah, I'm a nutrition student, not a pole dancer. And I am online. I think I posted one of the first videos in this channel is just being a nutrition student and not yet a dietitian or in my career or graduated. I'm like someone who's going to school a little bit later in my 20s. And it's hard, it's discouraging, and all I see is people on the other side of it. I don't see anyone going through what I'm going through. It's very isolating, especially being an online student and not having any sense of community. So hoping to find these people who are also like struggling right now. I would say I'm approximately like done being a first year college student. I took maybe like 3 or 4 classes, I don't remember, after high school that I got credit for that were able to transfer for my degree. And then I've taken, I think, 5 classes. I'm finishing up my 5th class with like school online. So I think that puts me like entering my sophomore year, kind of, I think, if not in my sophomore year, which is incredible to think about because again, I don't really have these milestones to celebrate being in like la la land with, or like limbo with a online degree, and especially at like a weird pace, and like the semesters are so crazy, so I don't take classes all the time because if I'm traveling, I just can't fit a 6-week course. I'm going to miss a week of the class, and that just is impossible. You just can't do that in an online class. There are exams, there are due dates, there's so much happens in a week. That's like your deadline for so much. It goes on like a 6-week basis, and you just can't miss a week. You can't miss like 3 days for the most part. Like if this, I'm taking Bio 101 right now. I'm in my last week, thank God. And I'll get into how that is and how I feel and what my thought process has been during this class, especially in the last week or 2. And I'm like sweating so much. I just washed my face, but like it's hot. Yeah, but whatever. Yeah. So I guess I'll just get into it because I forgot what I was saying. But definitely taking biology. It's clearly been hard. It was recommended if you're going to miss more than 3 days, if you're going to be out of town for 3 or more days, to not take it right now and come back to it. It's not recommended to take it with any other class. And it's not recommended to take it, especially if you're working full-time. Like me, I'm working full-time. So this is the only class I'm taking, and I feel like I'm stretched so thin. I don't have time to study. I don't have time to use a lot of the resources that are available to me through this course to study. So there's just so much that I have to like, unfortunately, like I have to make sacrifices. And I think I'm going to end up with a B in the class is what it looks like. I've maintained an A, but I am continuously getting C's on the exam. That seems to be, I keep getting 75% is what it comes out to on exams. And then I'm able to get like A's on most of the assignments. The quizzes, I've one thing about being an online student, you click a wrong button and you can mess everything up. So that happened with the last quiz I took. And yeah, that's unfortunate. But it was only like 10, I think it was only worth 10 points. So not a huge deal. And yeah, but so by just completing all of the work, I would say it's really hard to get less than, I mean, unless you're really not doing anything, if you're not watching the lectures, if you're not doing anything, then you're, yeah, easy to fail. But if you're doing like everything, I would say if I was doing everything that was suggested, if I was doing like filling out everything in the study guides, filling out all of it, like writing all the vocab, learning everything, making flashcards, if I were doing all of that, absolutely, I would probably get an A. But as someone who works full time, I don't have time for that. So I'm watching the lectures. I'm completing any extra credit assignments that there are, that obviously don't take up a lot of time. So I just have like a small 4.1 every week, but it can take up to 2 hours. So, but it's a great way to study and help go over the textbook. I found for me, reading the textbook, I just don't retain much information. So I'll skim it while I'm doing this extra credit assignment. And it takes me back to read important concepts or watch videos on it. So this is how I'm able to use that. I feel like I need something more interactive. I've just never been a good reader, so it just takes me way too long to read the textbook. So I was doing it in the beginning. I was reading it of this course, and then I found that I'm just not retaining any information. It's taking so much time and it's making me so stressed out. It's a textbook online, so my eyes feel like they're falling out of my head, and I usually have to do the audio with it or I really can't read it. So it's just really hard. I don't know if I have like a learning disability or something, but again, I've never been a student. I'm not someone who's naturally good at science. I have to work a lot harder than other people to even get a B. So, and I know there are people who struggle even more than I do, but I even met someone who was like, yeah, she was not naturally good at anything, and now she's like some like badass lady at like the top of her whatever, and like biochem something, like pharmaceutical, I don't know, but she was in a yoga class that I taught a few years ago, and she was awesome. And yeah, so but she was like, I was never naturally smart. I had to work 10 times harder than all of my classmates. I got my bachelor's degree in my 30s, or she started her bachelor's degree when she was in her 30s, and you know, so it's just, you can do anything and you don't have to be the best at everything. And if you have to work hard, you have to work hard. And I don't even like the term like B's get degrees. I think like F you, like if I'd like, if that's like B's, like B students, like if I get a B, that's great. Like I hate the feeling that I have to be perfect and I have to know everything. It's so unrealistic. And the stuff that I'm not retaining, I'm sorry, but it doesn't pertain to my degree. I don't know that I'm ever going to have to explain to someone like the nerves in their brain or like whatever the heck I need to do. Like I just, the stuff that I don't remember, the inserts or whatever, like the little stuff I'm not like, or like I don't know. There's certain things that, yeah, personally, you like pick and choose your battles, like what you need to know. And like, for me, I don't feel like causing such a severe decline in my mental health for information that I truly don't have. Like, I don't have the interest in. Not that I'm not interested entirely, but like, yeah, it doesn't relate much. So moving on, because I could just stress about that and go in circles with it forever. Yeah, so there are times that I wanted to give up. There are times that I wanted to do more. There are times that I've, just so many times throughout this course. I think my like goal is to like get ahead as much in the beginning, and then I know I like start to burn out kind of. And my sister was in town for a few days, so that period of time I took a few days away from the course, got a little bit more behind than I'd like. I had to spend so much time in the past few days working on school. My days off from work, I'm either like really, really tired and like have to just spend most of the day resting, or doing something to recharge, or I'm spending like majority of the day in school. So, and that's online, either at the library, in a cafe, or at home, or where I tend to do schoolwork. So that's what life looks like. And yeah, there are times that I want to give up completely. I'm like, what am I even doing? Do I even want to use this? If I get this degree, well, then I'm going to have to pay for a master's degree, and I don't know if I'll be able to afford that, and I don't know if I'll be able to afford to take off from work for a year to do my like, if I do like a coordinated program or something, then that's 2 years of like not working. Like I can't even imagine, like, how does anyone do this? And like, I guess you take student loans, but like, I don't know. It's just like, so I just don't understand. And all I know is I've like watched my sister become a doctor, and somehow she did that. And so I just know you go head first into it, and she's in debt now, but for our like student loans, but I don't know, but she's a doctor, so, and she's still able to live, she's still able to live. She has a roof over her head and food on the table, and she's safe. So I feel like that's all I really need. And even the job I have now, I just want health insurance. I want to know that I'm safe. I want to know that I'm housed and I can eat and I can take care of myself. And I have people I love in my life. And beyond that, like however extra much money I have, I am able to do what I like with, or buy clothes if I need clothes, or buy, go to a workout class if I want to go to a workout class, go out to eat if I like want to go travel, visit my family, like, then you have more to do that kind of stuff. But as long as my basics are met, then, so I'm just going into it and hoping for the best. And I think I realized I'm going to have to go slow. I think my original idea was get through it as fast as I can and get on the other side of it. Like, um, and then, but now I'm realizing like I just don't have the capacity to go through it that fast. And I'm okay. I'm not like, this isn't like my preferred way of living, but I think it's more fulfilling to be in the classes than when I'm not taking classes, because I feel like I'm working towards something. I thought of dropping all of my summer classes and then I just signed back up for bio. And in that time that I unregistered from the classes I was signed up for, I really did feel so sad and I felt so empty. And it's hard, it's stressful, it's tiring, but I don't feel that empty and like sad and disappointed feeling that I can't be in these classes because of my mental health. So I do think just at the pace that I'm able to, that I have the capacity for, just slow and get through this and hopefully meet some people and talk about stuff because I'm, definitely alone in this corner of the world. And I hope you got something out of this video. If you're also a nutrition student, say hey. Love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.